What's up? What's up? What's up, people? This is your boy Levelhead back with another live and leveled gamers podcast. I apologize for the long waiting duration. My Pro Tools are still acting up, thus you didn't hear the traditional intro. But that's an original track right there. Well, it's old. That's about 10, 11 years old, actually. But anyway, let me know what y'all feeling in the comment section. I can see that y'all already lit. We got Keith in the house. We got K-Bomb in the house. Hopefully D2K jump in. No, you will not be hearing from the Shaw. But this is a live level game podcast. Hey, what is it? 80 what? What number is this?
That's a good question.
87?
87.
87?
87.
Right. So, anyway, what's up, folks? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Are we the folks you talking about? Are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay,
Brother,
yeah.
hungry over here.
Yeah, man, that's my wife about to bring me some food down here in a second, man. I had to run up to the church and hook up. We having this event tomorrow, so I had to hook everything up, man. So that's what kind of had me running a little later than I was expecting. But anyway, we here. So we got some things to talk about. First of all, man, y'all got anything y'all want to share before we get off into what we've been gaming on and all that? Anything popping off in y'all world?
It was a nice sunny day today, and I was at work. But it was
what was the temperature your way?
I don't even know. Good. It was good. I don't really know. I just know the sun was out. It wasn't too hot. Feeling good.
Okay. What about you, K-Bomb?
Oh, it was nice and sunny today. I think we got to about 73. Just beautiful out here, man. Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, it's about 75 our way too, man. So we had it good too. Anyway, in the comment section, in the chat room, I need y'all. I don't know if y'all saw my last video, but I need y'all to help me choose my second Nintendo Switch title to Zelda. I don't know what to pick yet. I had the video up. Make sure you go back and check it out. I don't know what to get. I mean, I'm thinking the fast racing. I can't think of how they say it on the Switch. I can't think of it right now. But I'm thinking about that. The fast racing Neo, that one. I think it's a little bit different on the Switch though. I don't know about Bomberman. I don't know about 1-2 Switch. I don't know about all that, but I heard certain things are going to be in the indie on the eShop day one. So y'all let me know in the comment section, man, what should I get for my second game? And go to the video. It's up. It's on the timeline. Go to the video, watch it, and leave your comment under that video and let me know which game I should get in detail. And if you impress me enough, if you persuade me, if you persuade old Levelhead, I will give you full credit. It might be like so-and-so and so-and-so. Lucky Ghoul, I think that's what it's Lurking Ghoul. Like I'm just using it as an example because you just popped up in the chat. Persuaded me to get so-and-so and so-and-so. I need y'all to go do that after this podcast, not during this podcast. So anyway. Look at it like Lurking Ghoul. Yeah, I said Lucky Ghoul, but it's Lurking Ghoul. Anyway, so let's start with this. What you been gaming on? Starting with Keith eating the popcorn. What you been gaming on, man?
Been gaming on Batman Arkham Knight, and I'm actually going to play it right now. So if I don't see anything in the chat room, it's because I'm not looking. That's it.
Okay. Fast RMX. That's what it's called. Thank you. Chariot Man videos. Is that what they say? Chariot Man videos.
Yep.
Y'all got some unique names. I tell you the truth. Lurking Ghoul, Chariot Man videos. What is this? The Genius of Battle. Y'all got some unique names up in here, man. K-Bun, what you been gaming on, bro?
I need to be gaming on my my plug for my headset because I cannot find it. Okay, that's cool.
What?
I can't find the plug for my headset, so I'm speaking into the speaker part of my phone. So I guess that's gonna have to work right now until I find it.
Sound good to me. I thought you
Yeah,
had
you do sound good.
It
Hey,
sound good?
you
Okay,
look loud on your end, Keith. You
Am
sound
I?
like all bass in your voice.
Hold on. What about now?
A little bit back, like go a little farther back, and you good.
What about now?
Yeah, you about the same.
Hold on. I'm using my computer this time, so.
Okay, maybe just back up from a little bit. I think you'll be straight.
All right. How I sound now?
Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds real good.
Okay.
So, K-Bun, what you been gaming on? You said? Did you say?
Oh yeah, you said I'm cool with the phone sound.
Yeah, you good with the phone. Yeah, you sound real good.
Okay, cool. What I've been gaming on. So yeah, I've been gaming on a little. I got that For Honor. I got the For Honor. That's the game by Ubisoft. I know a lot of Nintendo fans aren't big fans of Ubisoft because what they've done over the past years, but still, I wanted to try the game out. I haven't put too much time in the game yet, just because I watched some of the videos and just my introduction of the game. That it is a different kind of game as far as the multiplayer aspect of it. It crosses the bridge between being like an action game and being like a strategic fighter, kind of like a Street Fighter or like a hand-to-hand, Tekken type thing. So it has like this rock paper scissor gameplay to it. So you have to block at 3 different angles, and you attack from those same 3 different angles. And so if your enemy attack high, you have to block high. If he attacks from the right hand side, you have to block right. If he attacks from left, you have to block left. And your attacks also go the direction of your block. So if your stance, I guess that is. So if your stance is up, you're gonna attack high. If your stance is to the left, you're gonna attack left. So that has this rock paper. Yeah, For Honor.
Okay, For Honor.
Yes. So it has this rock paper scissor type gameplay to it. I know I suck at it right now, so I'm not gonna lie about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at the age now I can just plug something in and just be cold at it. So I haven't touched the online aspect of it yet. I've only put like 2 hours in, so it's gonna take a little minute. But I'm gonna try to give it a try, a little college try, and see if I can how good I can get at it. But it definitely is gonna take a while for me to train my brain to be able to play it. Because if you try to use it as like a hack and slash, you will die fast, very quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about that game. I want to try it out, but like old dude was saying, I think it was Lurking Ghoul. He said he was kind of skeptical. I'm the same way. It looked good though, but coming from Ubisoft, man, you do got to be like, I don't know, man. They can make a good looking game, but do they make a good game? But listen to how you describe it. It seemed to be pretty cool.
It kind of sounds like Zelda Skyward Sword to me a little bit. You have to attack in certain spots.
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying now. So you how long have you had it?
I mean, I've had it for a while. I just haven't played it long enough. I've only clocked about 2 hours into the game.
Okay.
But I plan on getting into it a little bit more. Brother been busy with some life stuff and church and work, so I haven't got a chance to dive into it. But I did get a chance to play it a little bit and just try it out on a surface level. But if you want to get deep into it, like these dudes on YouTube be going ham, you need some practice and some time to get into it, just to train your brain to play the game in that fashion, And so I've been doing that. So also playing NBA 2K still. I just hit Legend. For anybody who plays NBA 2K, you know what that is. Not Legend, Superstar. At the park. I haven't really touched Madden. kind of.
Yeah, I'm about to get on there with you. I'm back on the online services.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Playing Overwatch sparingly. And then at this point, I'm watching videos, looking forward to Mass Effect game.
Okay. All right. As far as me, man, what did I play last? I like I said, I'm back online with my PlayStation 4. So of course I threw in Street Fighters to see where my skill set was since I hadn't played online in about 3-4 months. And my first game was horrible because the connection to whoever I was connected to either had a bad service line or it was just glitching up. But I lost, but it was only because of how glitchy the game was playing. The second match I had, I thrashed the dude I was playing, and we played a set of 3 matches. And I thrashed him the first time. And we kind of, the second time around, you can rematch the person. So he rematched me. And, it was still kind of even, but he got me that one. And then so we had a third, to settle the tie. And I don't know what happened, bro. This dude had me pegged with every move that I did, dude. He made me so bad and so furious, and it embarrassed me so bad. I turned it off and went to bed. I was like, this dude owned me. So I played that, Street Fighters. What else did I play? Some Ratchet and Clank. What else did I play? I played a demo. I downloaded that Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider demo on the PlayStation 4. Now I got it for the Xbox One, but I just wanted to compare it with the PlayStation 4, and that was pretty cool. I mean, I forgot how good that game is, man. I don't know if you played that game, K-Bun. Have you played Rise of the Tomb Raider?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
Bro, you need to do that. You need to go get that, man. I think you'll like that.
Is that the one that was on Xbox?
Yeah, it was on the Xbox first. And it came out on the PlayStation 4, I think, last fall.
Yeah, that's the one with the bear, right? The whole
with the bear, right?
Yeah, I played it on the Xbox.
You already beat it?
No, I didn't beat it. I said I played it.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's right. You do got an Xbox. I forgot about that.
Hey, don't forget now. I mean, I forgot about it. Don't forget.
But yeah, man, you need to do yourself a service, bro, and go pick that up, man. I mean, I know you got the Xbox. I mean, it's probably cheaper on the Xbox One. I mean, but it depends on what you're planning on. That's probably one of the best games on the Xbox One, if not the best game on the Xbox One right now. And to me, between Uncharted 4 and Rise of the Tomb Raider, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I give it to Rise of the Tomb Raider all day long.
All day, every day.
I mean, dude, it's just
wait.
I'm telling you, bro. I got an article up on fulleffectgaming.com expressing this, dude. So I ain't just now saying this. Go ahead.
Wait. You just told me that you would pick Tomb Raider, Rise of the Guardian. What is it called? Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider over Uncharted
4.
Yeah, before
Uncharted 4. I would choose Rise of the Tomb Raider over. Dude, listen to me, K-Bum. Listen to me, bro.
It's gameplay.
I'm telling you, man. The storyline, the action, the set pieces, dude. Graphically, is not Uncharted 4. That's the only place that Uncharted 4 is outdoing.
Oh, it's not. I mean, I played it on the Xbox and. I played about an hour or two of it.
No, that's no, K-Bum. That's like you playing the stage on Uncharted 4 where you driving around the Madagascar. That's like taking that aspect of the game.
Okay, man.
It's telling you, man, dude. I'm telling you, once you get off into when the story starts to open up. And the action kicks in for real, like the first few stages, and it's kind of like you enduring what's going on. It's kind of light. About chapter 3 on, dude, when I tell you, man, and I mean the first stage, I don't know how far you got into it. Man, don't sleep on Uncharted 4 is cool. It's a tight game. Don't get me wrong. Graphically, and the way that they told the story, I would say was a little bit better. than Tomb Raider, but the game is better than Uncharted 4. No, hands down, man. I would love for you to play it all the way through and then come back and tell you, be like, Level, dude, you was right on that, man. I bet you
we're gonna have to see, bro, because Uncharted.
I'll let you borrow it. I'll mail
Uncharted
it to your house.
Man, bet money.
I'll mail it to you.
Bet money.
Cause I ain't playing it. Long as you keep it, I know how your man can't look. Long as you keep it. Long as you take care of it, I'll mail it.
Cold, bro.
Anyway, I'm joking. I'm messing with him. But anyway, yeah, man. I played that, and dude, I just can't get Zelda Breath of the Wild out my head though. Right now, that's just literally shutting me down, man. But let's get it in, man. So it ain't been a whole lot. I think the embargoes are breaking and some are lifting on the Switch news, and there's a lot of stuff coming out with that. But before we go there, since we got K-Bum on and we got Keith on, I thought T2K would be here, but maybe he'll show up late. I know he's been under the weather, so he might still be under the weather. Man, did y'all catch? Okay, let me put it like this. What do y'all think about this new patent that Sony just released? I don't know if you saw it, K-Bum, or not, but it's very Switch-like. So that's a little bit older than the Nintendo Switch embargo lifting. So I want to talk about this first, man. Keith, what do you think about Sony's patent Switch-like design device?
Well, what I'm hearing is that patent was patented in 2015.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they copied or whatever, but the thing is, I mean, the Switch itself isn't like 100% original.
No, it's not.
But it would be wise if Sony was like having that contingency plan just in case the Switch blew up. but again, I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, it's just Sony being Sony. If they did, let's say they did come out with a Switch-like device, I guarantee you it would improve on everything the Switch is trying to do. That's typically what Sony does, but then their fan base doesn't. They don't go to it, so and they have to go back to the PlayStation 4s and stuff. But I don't know.
Right, you're right. It did. They did patent that in 2015, but I think it was also amongst the rumbling of the idea that the Switch might be a hybrid system. So, I mean, they've been designing the Switch since I want to say as early as 2013. Back then, 2012, 2013, 2014, we started hearing the rummaging of, well, especially 2014. Iwata even started talking about the ideal of they working on a new system. So I don't know if the undercover spies were had their ear to the ground and heard about what Nintendo might be planning, but I'll give my thoughts on this in a second. But I want to hear what K-Bum has to say. What you think about that, man?
All right, so now it is a patent, right? And like people like this isn't okay. The fact that it does look remarkably close to the Switch, I mean that's one thing, but we have to understand that companies do this all the time. Now let me back up from it before I go into it, because everyone's gonna say the Sony lover is gonna defend Sony. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to defend pieces of plastic, people. That's not my job. Sony don't pay me a dime, so I don't care. But just for the sake of argument and sake of conversation, companies do this all the time. That's what Apple and Samsung go at all the time, because they say you're still in my patent or whatever. This is fair game. Now, if this patent would have came out, a little bit later, I'm probably say, Sony's jacking Nintendo style. But like we said, we really don't know what Sony knew about the Switch in order to say that this patent was a complete jack. And it does take a while, engineering and specifications. So if they did come out in 2015, they may have been working.
What happened? Muted yourself.
Hello? Am I heard? Yeah. Am I heard?
Yeah.
Okay. It may have been working on earlier that year, or could have been working on, the year before, because it does take some time to get patent out, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, even if Sony's ripped Nintendo off, I think Keith said it best, is that let's not act like Nintendo has original idea. That Nintendo's this Switch is not 100% original. That this was borrowed technology and borrowed conceptually idea that was taken from something else and then conform to Nintendo's need. And so I don't want to paint the picture that Nintendo created this incredible mindset and then just did their thing. But so even if Sony did copy, it wouldn't have bothered me, because Sony has a history of copying, and that's just what they do. And but even if Sony did copy, no, I'm just saying Sony copies.
You're right. I'm just laughing.
But the thing is, I would expect a company to at least take a look. I expect every company to take a good look and step back and say, should we be doing something like this too? That's just good company practice. That, hey, can I offer something that my competition is doing? So even if that's the case, I think every company, Microsoft, should look back. Okay, could we do this? Could we do it better? That's how the industry works. You see one thing and then you reproduce it.
Now, I put an article up on fulleffectgaming.com called "Is Nintendo Obi-Wan to Sony's Anakin?" That's what I titled it. That's what I and the ideal is, when this patent dropped, and I don't know if it was someone saw the patent and shared it, or if Sony uploaded the patent themselves. I don't know how the patent came out, far as how we found out about the patent. But I was saying how there's a lot of people that was getting upset and getting mad, like, oh, Sony, there's a bunch of copycats, or Sony know their fan base, so just by releasing something like that, just the idea of them releasing a Switch-like device will keep all the Sony fans and a lot of the Sony fan base from buying a Switch, cause they know possible down the road they might have a Sony version of it. Especially like Keith said, if the Switch blow up, we probably most likely will see a Sony take on the Switch, or a hybrid system. I can see that. But instead of getting mad at Sony or said, "Oh, you copycats," I thought it was kind of complimentary. I thought it was kind of flattering to Nintendo. This could be kind of taken as a sign of respect. Because it's almost like that little brother, big brother syndrome. Like I see the big brother do something, I want to do the same thing. Now I know you like, Level, that's a silly way of looking at that. But I'm just saying, K-Bomb said it. Now Sony copies a lot of individuals. I mean, not to say that the person that they copied might have came up with the idea. Like Nintendo didn't come up with this type of device. We've seen other devices like this, but Nintendo is the first of the major three to take it on and kind of morph it into, like K-Bomb said, their own idea. Well, with the Wiimote Nunchuck, I don't think that was the first showing of motion controls. I think that was already being showed at some of the PAX and especially that thing that Shaw be talking about in January, CSI or CES. What is it? CES.
Yes.
CSI.
I couldn't remember what it was called, but CES. You see a lot of these devices and contraptions that's maybe years off, you will see it there. Well, I heard about motion controls before Nintendo actually came with the Wii Remote. We was hearing ideas with one-to-one motion type gameplay. Well, Nintendo actually, and if you go do the research on it, Nintendo actually took the ideal and actually made it a reality and added it to the Nintendo Wii. They brought it to they made it a mass appeal, something that was probably should have been niche. They made it a mass appealing way of playing games. And then we saw Sony first attempt at trying to do the brick, having the big brother, little brother, big brother syndrome. Syndrome was they added it to the DualShock. You remember that, K-Bon? The DualShock had motion controls in it.
You mean like the gyroscope and stuff like that?
Yeah, they added that in reaction to the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. That wasn't in it at the release.
You mean you talking about the 6-axis?
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't actually originally in that controller. And then after Nintendo showed the Wii, Sony went back and added that stuff to the controller. If you do your research, that's what they did. They added that wasn't originally there, and they took Rumble out of the controller. Remember that? To add it, and then they had the flying game War something, Warhawk. I think that's what it was called.
No, you're talking about the Dragon game Lair.
And they had that Warhawk game too. That was a
but Lair was the first one. Okay.
Well, anyway, there was a reaction to the Wii and the Wiimote and Nunchuck. When Nintendo, then they eventually had their own Wiimote, which was the move, right? I'm eating a little bit, so I'm sorry my voice changed. I'm hungry. Good. Anyway, when the Wii U came out, Sony did it again.
Yeah, I just grabbed my food too, brother. So I'm about to start eating something. So you know.
Yeah, Sony did it again. Their first attempt was to make the Vita do what the gamepad was doing, right? Then when they made the PlayStation 4, they added the touchpad. So to me, you can look at it as Sony is copycatting. Or you can say Sony is showing respect. I don't know.
Now I would defend the Vita piece because we've been trying to do that for years now.
Now wait a minute. Don't forget about the Game Boy Advance.
Now that I would say that instead of the gamepad.
Okay. All right. Fair. That's fair.
Cool.
So it's still big brother, little brother, big brother syndrome, man. You want to be like Big Brother, no matter how successful Sony is. It seems like when Nintendo does something, they want to be like Nintendo. Am I wrong to say that?
Nope. In my opinion, no.
K-Bomb. And this ain't no knock. I'm not knocking Sony. So don't take it as I'm throwing slack. I think it shows a side of admiration, of infatuation with Nintendo. I think they are fans of Nintendo in real sense, even though they might sell, far as home console wise, they sell more hardware. They more successful as of late, recent, like I would say the last 2.5 decades, and now about the last decade and a half, Sony has been more successful than Nintendo when it comes to home consoles. Now handheld, ain't nobody touching Nintendo, but home consoles, that's Sony's territory. They took over, and ever since they came in with the PlayStation 1, that's been Sony's place to shine. I don't know. I think they flattered. I think they fans of Nintendo, man. I really do.
I want to contest that. I think Sony is more so, we're going to crush Nintendo for what they did. I don't think they got over that Sony Nintendo system that it was going to be called a Nintendo PlayStation. I don't think Sony's got over that. So I think anything Nintendo's going to do, I think Sony said we're going to do it better. And I think that's their motto going forward. I think they probably got it somewhere posted on the wall in the headquarters of Sony, of Japan and America. Whatever Nintendo do, we gonna do it better. So
I don't know.
Now, I don't know if I agree with that because I haven't really seen any.
Y'all killing me.
I mean, real vendetta that Sony has had against themselves for releasing similar devices. But as far as vendettas, I haven't really seen that unless they, they just keep it behind the closed doors and that's their motivation. My haters are my motivators. Maybe not it's that kind of thing, but I haven't really seen
they can't
it being
come out
vocal and out in the open when it comes to that.
Yeah, I agree with Kay, but I don't. It's too many times that people at Sony like is it Kazurai? That's his name.
Yeah.
And what's the dude that helped design the PlayStation 4? What's his name?
Mark Cerny. Cerny?
Not Cerny, not Mark Cerny, the Japanese guy.
I wouldn't. I can make up
tell you.
I can't think of it right now. They always say, they look, they like even with the Wii U, you saw the guy taking pictures at the Switch event back in January. That's the guy I'm talking about. If y'all know who I'm talking about, say his name in the chat room. He was at the Switch event taking pictures. I can't think of his name right now. And it come to me because I had it in the article. But to me, it shows an admiration. I think people, while these folks are competing, I think especially Sony has an admiration for Nintendo. Like they really like the stuff Nintendo come up with, and they want to be a part of that. Like they already had the camera before the Kinect, so you can't say that they was copying off of the Kinect. They just reintroduced the camera and made it better. They already had that before Kinect ever came out. But when it comes to Nintendo, Sony, to me, shows a lot of admiration for Nintendo, man. They show it verbally, and they show it in how they respond to the things Nintendo decides to bring to the marketplace. It always find a way to some type of way be implemented on what Sony is doing. I don't know if we should see that as something to look at as trying to cut and are saying, hey man, we see what you do, we like it, and we gonna try to do it too. I don't know how I'm looking at it a little bit differently. I'm just saying it was funny to me.
Yeah, Ace Tech said the name is Yoshida.
Yeah,
that's him.
Yoshida. He was at the Switch event taking pictures. Now, when the Wii U came out, he was one of the first ones that said he liked the idea and the concept of the dual screens. He likes the fact that Nintendo is very innovative and chooses to go against the beaten path, innovating and pushing us into unique places. And he bought a Switch. He bought a Wii U and he played it with his daughter. He said he loves Nintendo game. He loved Mario and Smash Brothers and all that. So these guys, while they might be with the competition, and it kind of speaks to us, like we get so up in arms, not us, but like the gaming community, back and forth fighting and having council wars and fake wars. These guys are fans of each other. They're competitive. They want to win and sell, but they still fans of each other. Phil Spencer says he talks about Nintendo in a praising way. He never down talks Nintendo. And now I don't know what Miyamoto and all of them have to say about Sony and Microsoft. I never hear I don't hear Reggie say a lot of positive things. So I don't know from Nintendo's end, but from them two companies, they always sing praises to Nintendo. It could be because Nintendo ain't been a threat to them in the home console area in a long time, but especially since the Wii, so that could be it. They don't see them as a threat, or they genuinely like Nintendo.
Well, Nintendo's grandpa.
That's what I said. They big brother.
Well, I know for sure. Aonuma, I think that's how you say his name. He plays the other consoles. You know what I'm saying? He took inspiration from Skyrim and The Witcher when he was doing Zelda. So I know they played those games. So Nintendo got respect for them. Well, Aonuma has respect for them too, in a way. Hello?
Yeah. I heard you.
Okay. Couldn't tell. I was playing this game, so I couldn't tell if my thing had cut out.
We overeating,
Yeah.
so that's why we muted. So my bad.
Y'all go ahead. But yeah, I think they all got a certain respect for them. I do kind of still feel like Sony still has that vendetta, and it's like what Nintendo does. But hey, you could be right. I'm just gonna try to play devil's advocate and have a little fun with it.
I like that.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I just thought that was I decided to go a different way than just trying to find fault. Maybe look at it from a different angle, man. Maybe it's admiration. Maybe it's a sign of respect that instead of just saying, oh, Nintendo, that's Nintendo with their weird stuff, they over there. Sony is saying, look, yeah, Nintendo does different things and they walk to their own beat. But I ain't gonna be stupid. Just in case, like he said, this thing take off. Let us have our own some type that when we decide to follow in their footsteps, people can't say we just biting. We had this up. I see that as a sign of respect, man. Be honest with you. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what y'all think. Let me see what they're saying down here.
Wait, they talking about Obama man down there.
I ain't even listening to us. Anyway, let's get on into this next topic, man. So,
yeah, go ahead.
How many people been watching or keeping up with the embargo lifts and what folks have been saying about the Switch? Like, Keith, have you heard anything?
You talking about the unboxings and stuff?
Yeah, like even today, I heard some new stuff right before I jumped on.
Man, I was watching them all this morning, but then everybody started doing it. I was getting burnt out. I was like, okay, I'm tired of seeing it. Seems like people are happy about it, but I don't know if you got this on your notes, but there's been some issues with the connectivity of the left Joy-Con.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Like the left Joy-Con is saying it's disconnecting, but
right.
I saw a video right before I left to go do what I had to do down at the church. I saw a video where a Game Explain kind of was saying it's really not disconnecting. The signal is being blocked by literally your hands and how you're holding it in certain distances away from the actual Switch device. It is not reading as good as it would if it was more, I guess, in front of the Switch. So, because you don't have that you don't have that bar no more. I don't know how it's able to judge distance and where you at without needing that sensor bar, but it's doing it. So unless somebody can comment know more than me, I don't know everything, folks. I'm not gonna sit there and try to act like I do. Unless you know more than I know, and you can go find that Game Explain video. Dude kind of put it behind his back. He really covered it up with his hand, and it's a thing on there that allows you to test the sensitivity of the Joy-Con, how it's connecting. You can all this. I mean, this thing is pretty dope, man. But he covered it up. He put it behind his back, and was still rolling the analog stick. And the more it got covered and blocked, the less it registered what you was doing on the actual device. And I think it's not necessarily that it's dropping signal. It's the signal is being blocked by your finger, your fatness of your thumb, or something like that. And they say it's with the left, but he proved that it can actually be done with the right. But since you're doing most of your controlling of Link with your left hand, that seemed to be the one that seemed to lose connection, or the signal is being blocked from being read by the Switch. So what do you think about that?
Is that a design flaw?
I don't know. I mean, they a lot of people think that Nintendo might be something that'll be addressed in the day one update. The firm, because they got a firmware, and I think this is I don't know how to say your name, man. Y'all got some. I'm just gonna say what you said. If they can fix it with firmware, they'll be all right. I don't know how to say your name. Sergeant No Rider. I think that's how you say it. Sergeant No Rider said that. And that's what everybody been saying. Like, if it might be, Nintendo might be aware of it, and it might be something that gets addressed in the day one firmware update. So I don't know. I don't know. They say it ain't a big issue, but and some people haven't had the issue. But a lot of people have reported that every now and again the left Joy-Con seems to not register what you're doing. But Game Explain show why. They went through and figured out why it's doing it, and it's not that the signal is dropping because the green light stays on, showing that it's connected. Mm-hmm. He's saying it's your hand and skin and the way you hold it might be blocking it from, I guess, the signal sending out to the switch itself to register what's going on. So I don't know. That was kind of interesting, man. I think the UI is very nice looking. We talked about that last week. The UI looking real good, man.
Yeah, it's real clean.
It's real clean. What you think about it, K-Bum? Have you seen it?
You talking about the joystick? You talking about the UI?
The UI.
Yeah. We talked about it last time. Yeah, I like it. It's the same UI they use for the Super Mario Jump. Very similar UI. Very clean. Okay.
What do you think
I didn't want to make
a controller?
Yeah, I didn't want to make a statement on that. I know Lurking Ghoul. I said that right? Lurking Ghoul down in the comments section. I kind of agree with him. He says that it's too early to tell. This may be a huge problem, or it may be nothing.
Go ahead and keep talking. I'm gonna run and give me something to drink real quick.
So sometimes I don't know if you guys remember the launch of the PS4. And the early reports that came out was that the PS4s were defective, that it had a bad HDMI. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was.
I remember hearing something about the disk drive messing up too, but
yeah, it was a disk drive, and it was the HDMI didn't connect correctly, and the reports were everywhere when it first came out. They were saying like 1 out of every other PS4 had this issue. That was an early leak. And we said before, it was before the stuff really came out, and it's kind of too early to tell how big of an issue this is going to be. After all that news came out and after all the dust settled with the PS4, it came out to about, I think, only about 1-2% of the PS4s at launch had this issue. Mm-hmm. And if you know anything about hardware design, anything about hardware software design, I think they give 4% error for the devices. So any device that sells, that's like a 4% plus or minus failure rate that they expect to happen.
Yeah.
And so that issue with the HDMI and the disk port failed in that 1%. It was included in that 1%, in that 4%. So it ended up not being as big of an issue as people made it out to be. Now, what did become a big issue that no one really talked about it afterwards was that pretty much a majority of those first model DualShocks, the rubber would tear off. That should have been a bigger issue than what it was.
Did talk about that
on the thumbsticks.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rubber for the almost that failure rate was well above that plus or minus 4% that you expect for hardware software devices to get. But for this, I think it's too early to tell. I think it's too early to say, hey, this is going to be an issue, or hey, this is going to be a non-issue. I think it can go both ways. So I mean, I can't really give it too much right now because it can tilt either way. We won't truly know until the masses get their hands on it and we really see what's going on with that problem.
Now that we know that the online is not, you're not forced to have to use an app. I think they clarified that, right? That online you can do it without the app on your phone, right? Am I wrong on that, Keith?
I haven't heard anything about that. From what I know, I still know the old information.
I thought they said that you can connect online with both the Switch and the app.
Yes. I believe.
So, does that change your? Because I see a lot of people talking about this in the comment section. Some saying that they refuse to pay for online since it's not free. Like Phoenix Star 5000 said he's not paying for online. He refused to pay for online multiplayer, period. Me, I already paid for it on the PlayStation 4. I just bought a year subscription. now that we know that it's supposedly not fully handled through the phone app, meaning you can access your friends and connect with your friends outside the app. If I'm not mistaken,
Is that with voice chat too?
I think so. Do you
Yeah,
feel that?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that changed your perspective on it, even though we don't know how good it is? Does that make you more confident with it now? I noticed that K-Bun first, then Keith.
No. Well, I guess let me clarify. I don't feel more confident because the fact that we had to wait so long for you to clarify that has already dinged my confidence. And so everything at this point is a wait and see. So I'm not more encouraged because of that. It's a good thing that is not that, and that it should be like used for voice chat on the go, something like that I've been hearing. So when you take the switch on the go, you go through the phone app to do voice chat. That's what I've heard. So
yeah,
it hasn't changed because at this point I'm just like I just need to see what this online is going to be about before dimes are spent on that. And before people call me a hypocrite and say, well, you pay for it in the PS4, I also had a 360 and I have an Xbox One, and I only bought a 3-month pass for the 360, and that's the only time I used the Xbox Live was that 3-month pass, and did not buy another one. So before you get to calling me a hypocrite, I only bought it for my PlayStation because I got the most use. So I did buy the 3 months, and that was about it. And so if they don't, so I'm still at a wait and see type of thing when it comes to Nintendo and their online, because they have not proven they can do it. They just let us know some things that kind of should not have been issues in the first place.
Yeah, I agree that Nintendo, if that wasn't an issue and it wasn't a problem, I don't understand why Reggie and maybe in Japan they didn't see the need. But if Reggie knew that, unless he was instructed not to reveal that, which I don't understand why they would want to keep that a secret, Reggie should have made that clear. Now, I think that, and I've always said this, I've been saying this for a while. I think Reggie then was trying to push the fact that they're taking online serious by talking about the phone application accessing point. So they was excited about. I think they thought, hey, they know we serious. If we talk to we uncreated a app dedicated for allowing you to access, your friends and all that, literally from a phone app, thinking that might be seen as a cool and forward-thinking idea. Well, knowing how people respond to anything Nintendo, it backfired because they read into it to say that the Switch device doesn't let you access it at all. You have to use the app. People read into that and ran with that, just like the informed folks tried to act like the gamepad, like they didn't know the gamepad was to a new system. Like they didn't. Oh, I don't know if it's for a new system or old system. Yeah, you do. Stop lying. So I think Nintendo should have just came out and said, and fully explained, like I think Nia said this on the podcast when she was on here, just fully explained it, everything that it entailed, and didn't leave nothing to the imagination of the consumer and the listener and the journalist who loves to twist what Nintendo say and do. I think Nintendo kind of messed up there. They should have clarified and cleared up and made clear that messaging as soon as they saw that folks had either misrepresented or misunderstood what they were saying about the phone app. What do you think about that? You muted if you're talking.
Who's that tossed to?
Yeah, I'll throw that at you. What you think about that? What I just said. I think they should have just cleared it up as soon as they saw people were taking it wrong when they talked about the phone app.
Heck yeah. I just made that a sound bite. We should get a Marshawn Lynch sound bite for that one. Yeah, definitely should.
I get it once I figure out what's going on with my Pro Tools, man. But I get it. Go ahead.
I don't know if he really thought, like, if he thinks that just saying an app is going to get people considering that Nintendo is for real. I think that may I mean, I think that's a little bit out of touch with your consumers. I mean, because I mean we have apps to do all that stuff that your so-called they have third-party apps to do everything probably Nintendo has. Whoa, hello, brother. You might want to not show that picture. Nintendo, Nintendo. I mean, there's apps out there right now that can do the video chat. That can. I've seen apps that can help you find teammates and people to play.
We have some skin up in here. Was that some skin?
Yeah, that was, he on the podcast butt naked.
Ladies, cover your eyes. I don't know what Keith over there doing. No, go ahead, man.
No, I was saying that I mean, they have apps right now that you can connect with friends, connect with people that you never play with, and create small groups and friends and play with them and chat with them over apps, third-party apps. So Nintendo just saying that they have an app that does it, I think makes them kind of out of touch with their consumers. Just by if that was they were trying to taunt around. So that's my sense about it. I don't know, but they definitely should have cleared it up immediately when they heard the rumblings.
That's one of my. That's one of the things, and Keith, you can jump in here whenever. That's one of the things that Nintendo does all the time. Irk me with is allowing stuff to exist that they can clear up, and they choose not to clear it up. Now I don't know. I took mass communication in college, and they say that sometimes that works to your favor by allowing the controversy to linger on because it keeps you at the pinpoint. But to me, there's a certain threshold that you need to come in and clear things up because eventually perception turns into reality. And once the perception is out there or the belief is out there long enough, and people don't hear any correction, they take it as that's just the truth, and it persuades them one way or the other. Just like with these Joy-Cons and the left controller supposedly having an issue. Nintendo shouldn't let that linger out there and let everyone talk about it and formulate opinions before they open up and either clarify what's going on or have a statement of they're going to address it or they on top of it. They shouldn't let that type of stuff linger as long as they tend to do. But go ahead, Keith.
Actually, I'll be right back. I gotta get my charger. For some reason, my computer not connecting to Hangouts no more, so I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. But yeah, man, that's my take. Like, to me, Nintendo should have cleared that up way before someone stumbled up on the UI. And I think it was in an interview too that I don't know if it was Anuma or Reggie or who, but one of them, they finally said that you could do it both ways. I forgot who said it, but I think someone stumbled up on it before they actually even said it, that said that you can, and I think it was actually third indie developers and other individuals that were saying that you could access the online through the Switch too. I heard that on Nintendo Radio, Nintendo Free Radio. The dude's like, I can't really talk about it, but he kind of alluded to the fact that you can access the online through the Switch device itself, and the app was just complimentary to that. But not everybody was hearing these guys because they were so heavily censored and what's the word? They had so many NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, that they couldn't speak. They were scared to speak on certain things. They didn't know what they could get in trouble for and what they can actually talk on. So Nintendo had these boys spooked and all this bad information out there that no one was clearing up, not even Nintendo.
Right.
All right. What are we talking about?
Why Nintendo took so long to clarify that the phone app wasn't the only way you could access the online. Like, Should they had made that clear way earlier than they did?
Absolutely, they should have made it clear very early. I think Nintendo should have jumped in front of everything after they already realized that. Excuse me, it was have to die over here. They already realized that they mismarketed with the Wii U. They didn't get all the information out there. There was misinformation out there. Yeah, they should have completely jumped in front of everything and answered every question that they possibly could, so the consumer would have no worries going into buying a new console from them. You know, no matter how great Zelda looks, no matter how great Arms and all these other games look, people they go based on your history. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna base on your history. Nintendo doesn't talk, and people are gonna play the wait and see game. The developers are playing the wait and see game with Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they should have said everything they had to say, answered every question. And I know that's not the Nintendo way, but if you're trying to put on a new face and have new faith with customers or consumers, yeah, they should have jumped way in front of that.
Yeah, because and that's interesting you bring it up because I put a video up with my brother on it. And a lot of people didn't get it. But anyway,
I saw it.
Yeah. The thing is, there are a lot of what I call uninformed gamers that don't know enough and believe what the IGNs and whoever else says. And if you leave the narrative in the control of these people who very rarely speak positive of your devices and what you do, then you at the mercy of what they say, because eventually, like I said, if a lie is allowed to stay out there without anyone challenging it, clarifying it, cleaning it up, the lie eventually becomes truth for people. Even though it is a lie or is a misleading or misguiding information, it becomes reality for some folks because no one ever took the time to clear it up or clarify or rectify what was said. Like Nintendo allowed the gamepad to be seen, and many folks, the gamepad is a add-on to the Wii. Well, it was a long time before they came out with messaging that clearly made that understood that it was not. Right. And then when they did decide to do it, it was doing like a little list of what the Wii gave you versus what the Wii U give you. And it was still kind of confusing. It was real lazy. But I think, like you said, Keith, with the Switch, Nintendo need to be on top of everything. Anything that could jeopardize or harm the momentum that the Switch has generated over these last few months to a year, Nintendo need to be out front, proactive, and reactive in a fast manner, and try to be forward thinking to counteract anything that might potentially come up that they can even think of. They need to be proactive on that stuff, in my opinion. What do you think, K-Bon?
Okay. Everybody, all these gaming companies should have learned a lesson. E3 2013, 2012, when one decision.
Hold up, K-Bum. I keep your thought. I just want to say something to one of the persons in the comment section.
Go ahead, bro.
Star 5000. I'm gonna answer that question. 2 months isn't enough time to convince people to buy your system. I think you're wrong on that, but we'll deal with that in a second. So, but go ahead. Okay,
no problem. I think all those gaming companies should have learned the lesson back in 2013 about information, and 2012 or whatever it came out about information and bad information and letting stuff linger. When that whole DRM stuff from Microsoft happened, and they let that stuff linger, and how they handled that should have been a red flag to video game companies that you can't let information like that just sit out there and be like that. Because Microsoft did not get on top of that information. They let it linger. They let it be where it was. They came back and said it wasn't. They came back and said it was. And they pretty much lost the console war in that because of that information.
Yeah, you're right. That single-handedly won Sony. Because Sony, we all know Sony went behind the scene and changed their message based on what the
I
reaction.
would have changed if I was Sony. I would have been like, nope.
Right.
But my point is, you can't let this information linger because it hurts your console. Like, people are so social and information spreads like wildfire. And Nintendo does not have room for bad information. That's not true. Let me say that. Nintendo does not have room for bad information that's not true. They just don't. And that's why I believe, like Keith was saying as well, they should have been on top of a lot of these things. But I still think Nintendo is trying to figure out how they want things to work. The reason why I say that is that because one of the reasons why they're making it free at launch, I believe it's because they haven't got it together yet. And
I agree. I agree that even down, I go a step farther than that, K-Bomb. And like I said, Keith, anytime you want to jump in, if you got a thought, I'll throw it at you. But like if you got something and I ain't throw it at you, go ahead and chime in.
No problem. I'm trying to figure out how to beat these dudes. Y'all good? I'm listening.
Okay. I'll take it a step farther, K-Bomb. The Splatoon, what they call that? Fire.
I know what you're talking about.
What they call it?
It's like a trial. It's like a beta almost.
But it's something fire. I can't think of it right now. But they're going to they're stress testing. You know, their system, like you said, they haven't fully worked out the kinks. They want to stress test it. They want to make sure it lives up to, you know, being worthy of being charged for. And they even did that with Splatoon last when they released Splatoon, a different type of game that, you know, was probably going to have a whole bunch of a heavy online activity. They did one of them test fires. I think that's what they call it, test fire, where they invite you into like a 2-hour, 3-hour window where you can get on and play so many matches for as much as you want for 2 hours. Stress testing, stress testing, you know, their online services. And that gives them a real good way to judge what they can handle versus what they can't handle. And then the trial period, we you know, I give it to Nintendo. They tend to do things like this and actually go off the feedback and make the provisions and changes and the pivots that they need to make based on the feedback and the complaints or the praise that they're getting from their fan base or those using their device or software or whatever. So I think it's smart, you know what I'm saying? But like Keith said, and like we all said, with that understanding with the online services, Nintendo should have made that so clear out the gate. That if that was, because even now, that ain't something that you need to keep under wraps. You need to let that be known. Look, we have this online service. You can handle, you can access it from the Switch itself, or we have created this separate app that allows you to do all of that, give you all this freedom, all this liberty to access it how you feel to access it. That's what they should have said, man. But going back to what's his name? Phoenix Star 5000. You said that a few months is not enough time to generate hype and interest for the selling of a system. I would say that is not always the case. I do a lot of promoting for concerts and things like that. A lot of times getting out too far ahead actually is worse than putting something up maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks before it happens. Because like the guy said under you, that hype and that, whoa, what's this? And I need to go to that. That you only have a couple of weeks of that anticipation, that hype, that energy, that excitement, and it flows into that, and it keeps you hyped all the way up to the 2 weeks eclipse. If you get too far out in front, unless you somebody really, really famous that will keep that energy, people find other things in between that'll make them forget about what you're doing. Nintendo is smart, and it's showing itself, improving itself. Like I was in Best Buy. You saw the video. If you go watch the last video that I had up, I'm in GameStop. I'm talking to one of the work employees there. He pricing the Switch games. He pricing Zelda. He pricing Isaac. He pricing Bomberman and everything that's going to be coming. So I asked him, I said, man, what's the hype? What are people like? What's the are really people really hyped for this thing? He's like, man, he's like, dude, it's ridiculous, dude. It's literally ridiculous. Now, I've asked them about the Wii U. I asked them about the PlayStation 4. I asked them about the Xbox One. When the Wii U was out, I would ask people, there's a lot of people thinking, he's like, man, nah, man, we had like 4 or 5 artists for it. Nobody wanted the Wii U. There was no hype around the Wii U. They didn't even do a midnight release for the Wii U. Everywhere is doing a midnight release for the Switch. Everywhere. This thing is so hyped and so wanted and so sought after that it's ridiculous, bro. And that's all spanning from the September teaser, the January 12th revealing up to the March date releasing. That short amount of time, you ain't had time to forget about it. It ain't been challenged by nothing else. Nothing. Sony had nothing to challenge it. Microsoft's challenges is too far off to challenge it. Nintendo has had 3 to 4 months of nothing but Switch mania to get your attention. Everybody's talking about it. And they had the game to keep you in tune, and that was Breath of the Wild. Nintendo has proven that, yes, you can do something like this and actually generate good sales and good numbers in less than not spending a whole year or maybe a year and a half promoting it. They done this in about 4 months.
Does anybody remember?
Go ahead, Keith.
I was gonna basically kind of strengthen that argument. I don't know if any of you guys listen to Beyonce. I'm not really a fan of hers, but I remember.
You're right. Go ahead.
I remember a while back she dropped the album and said, "Oh, it's coming out tonight," and broke the internet. No promotion,
Right.
No promotion or anything. She said it's coming out tonight.
I don't think that was that
was Lemonade. That was Lemonade.
It was Lemonade, and
Lemonade?
she done that one time before the album before Lemonade.
Yeah, said the album coming out. Go get it.
It's the shock value. Like none of us, when Nintendo said March 3rd, like a lot of us was expecting like March 23rd, the end of March to like 17th, 23rd, somewhere around there. When Nintendo said March 3rd, meaning from January to 12th, we literally only had like a month and 2 weeks, and we was going to be getting the Switch from the reveal. Like, dude, that has never happened in gaming. Like most of the time, you're going to get the E3, you're going to get the year before reveal, the E3 showcasing, and then you got 4 or 5 more months to wait to Christmas or Black Friday to get it. Nintendo's like, no, bump that. We're going to show it in January and give them to early March. Dude, it just, like Keith said, the Switch has literally broke gaming. Like nothing else can be talked about. Like outside of Horizon Zero Dawn and maybe Ubisoft For Honor and what's the other one?
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect ain't out yet. The other one, it came out too. Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. I don't know if that's out yet.
Okay, that's not. I know they've been talking about that. Nintendo hasn't had anything to take shine from it. Matter of fact, Microsoft is trying to figure out, like they changed the date of the Scorpio because Nintendo literally has generated so much hype that Microsoft like, look, we gotta get our own day. We can't share nothing with nobody. We gotta have our own day where we the only talk for that day. Like they have done it. Everything you see, you go to any store. I was in Best Buy, not yesterday, because I did that video yesterday. I was in Best Buy. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. There was a grown dude, like a millennial. He like he's about 20, 26, 27, somewhere around there. No one ever goes into the Nintendo section. He over in the Nintendo section. I was like, man, I just happened to see I was trying to see what he's gonna say. Because I didn't know if he knew. I said, man, I can't wait till the Switch come out. He said, you too? dude, I'm so amped for this. I'm like, dang, okay. Dude, the Switch has turned over a new leaf for Nintendo, man. Like, it has galvanized the fan base and even intrigued those like even K-Bomb 20. Like, he said, I'm interested. No, bro, Nintendo did what they needed to do. That's my opinion.
All right, so I've been waiting for you to take a breath so I can talk. So what you said was, I'm going to agree. I'm actually going to agree with Phoenix. I still think. So let's take the lemonade thing again. So, Beyonce can do that. The thing is, Beyonce can do that.
Right, I get it. I get what
if you got Johnny Smith say, yo, my album just dropped tonight, go get it. People gonna be like, who? What album? Why am I buying your album? Let me hear a song first. Why didn't you tell me earlier? You know, that's not gonna work. You know, but when you have that star power like Beyonce, you can do something like that because why? Because people already want it anyway. I'm gonna jump back a little bit and just say that I do think the hype thing does work if it's far enough away. I know that, you know, I just got super hyped and I'm amped, and every time I see I'm gonna be amped, just like the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. There've been, you know, there's some trailers pop up every now and then that shows it, and it's still months. I mean, a couple months away, but they've been showing it for almost a whole year, and every time I see it, I get amped again. You know, but I think you can't just show up one time a year ago and then show up 2 weeks beforehand and say, hey, remember this thing that you were hyped about a year ago? I'm back. You know, I don't think that works. But if you can continue to give people reasons to be hyped, I think, you know, if you're far enough away, you can still do that. But I do think Nintendo has generated some hype. They have definitely been the talk of the town for a long time. As a long time, I guess, since the life of the Switch. They definitely been the talk of the town, and what's we pretty much been talking about majority of the podcasts. You know, you're more Nintendo or anything, but still, they have been, you know, the major thing to talk about. So I don't know if they're going to do enough in these months to convince someone who's on the fence, because I know several people who are either on the fence or off the fence, and definitely this time frame here isn't enough to convince them.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna convince everybody. What I'm saying is, just going off what he said, it's not enough time to get people to want to buy a Switch. I think that's been debunked. Like, no, if you listen to
it won't be debunked until we see sales numbers. Let's say that now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm okay. Right, that's fair to say. But going off the testimonials of and what folks are tracking, Best Buy, GameStop just said they got another shipment of Switch orders in, far as they're able to take even more pre-orders, and they will have a few set aside for day one consumers who want to come in day one who didn't pre-order it. Nintendo said they have ramped up production because of the magnitude of interest that they're seeing across the board. Same with Best Buy. Amazon having to cancel pre-orders for the Zelda Master because they I guess they over pre-ordered or whatever. So there's a lot of examples that this thing is highly wanted and highly sought after, even down to it was the most Googled, like the top 5 Googled thing. Remember we were talking about that, K-Bomb?
Yeah, I remember that.
So nobody ever said that about the Wii U. It said it was on most of the kids' Christmas list, but not the most Googled device.
I agree. We still have not got concrete evidence. When I say concrete evidence,
I can see that.
It's because when Sony was getting their hype, they were like, we're over 1 million, 2 million, 3 million pre-order. It never got that high, but they were like, we have 1 million pre-orders that we have to do a whole nother stuff. Like they gave numbers and stuff that's you know, factual and you can count. You know, we haven't got the hard evidence, but we have, like I said, we've seen trends and we've seen some stuff that can lead us to speculate that is doing bad, but we don't know how many numbers. And I'm not trying to be negative.
Well, that's not Nintendo way, but it is.
I know. But
Keith, you finna say something. Let me say this real quick.
I wasn't. Stupid Batman.
Wasn't?
No, Batman making me mad.
Oh, okay. Okay. That one thing did come out to where they were saying that the Switch is seeing more pre-orders, and this was factual, more pre-orders than the PlayStation 4 was in the same time period. So we have some factual data. We haven't heard from Nintendo, but folks who track this stuff have said that based on what they're seeing and based on how things are trending, the Switch is going to be a highly successful piece of hardware. That's just what they're saying. So,
yeah.
But I agree with you. Until Nintendo straight out say we have this many, we won't know for sure how big of a impact it's having. But I feel like it's safe to say it is having a major impact. You know. What's going on, man? What stage you playing and which one you playing? Is this Batman Arkham Knight?
This is Arkham Knight, and I'm trying to go through this little manhole, but every time I go down there, it's like a little sensory gun, and it's seeing me each time. Like it's on a little road. Huh?
I quit on that game. I got so mad at that. I think I'm at the stage where you driving around the sewers trying to get away from that tank. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this game, but it is kind of old. I don't know where you at.
I ain't played it yet. I got it, but
it's all good. I'm just trying to play something until
I hope I didn't spoil anything, but that game made me infuriating mad, man. Like you had to fight so many tanks. Then you beat that, you think, okay, thank you, Jesus, I ain't got to fight no. Then they give you 4 more small tanks and a bigger tank. I'm like, you know what? So after I beat that, and then they did that the last time thing I played, I was like, you know what, Batman, I don't think we're gonna finish you. I was like, I'm done with you, man.
I'm just trying to play something until the Switch come out.
Oh, I feel you. Like I said, I'm thinking about turning back on that Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, and playing through it again on that box. But anyway, getting back to this, man. So, yeah, I think you can. I think Nintendo has proven or debunked that you can generate and be successful without the long build-up. And I think even Shaw wrote an article on that. The fact that, Nintendo hadn't showed up at any other E3s and still was able to generate successful hype and anticipation for the Switch that seemingly is generating into legit interest and might even turn into legit sales. So, but like you said, K-Bomb, it's still until Nintendo release hard numbers. It's still yet to be seen, though. You're right. Yeah. That's fair to say.
Cool.
What else, man? What else is going on? What else? Has anybody seen the reviews for Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yes, I have paid attention.
Are you shocked?
Yeah, I have. I actually am shocked. I am shocked.
I am too. So these are some high numbers, bro.
I watched some review and they showed a video of it. Because these are your favorite developers level head. Your favorite Killzone developers.
You know them ain't my favorite developers, man. Don't do me like that.
Okay, I don't even play Killzone. I'm a Sony fan. So let's get that straight. But this is their first foray into open world gaming. And I'm hearing comparisons to Witcher, which is an amazing comparison.
Now they said it's 40 hours, right? They said it's a 40-hour game.
I didn't get the time. I couldn't tell you.
Probably if you run straight through it.
40 is still good.
I thought. Now you said you don't like long games like that, K-Bon.
Okay,
you like the shorter game.
I'm still playing The Witcher. I don't like long games, but the thing is, the game has to be good enough to make me play it.
Okay.
My first forte into a really I think Metal Gear Solid 4 was really long, but outside of that was Mass Effect. I think the first Mass Effect took me about 25 hours, and I was like, "Wow, that was 25 hours. I didn't even notice." And so if the game's good enough, like The Witcher, I'm still playing it. I'm about 50 hours in, still playing it. Because
you still
it's
liking
good.
it? You still enjoying it?
Yeah, I still like it. I don't play it as often because I have to sit down. I can't do it in 15-minute segments because some of the stuff takes longer than that. I got to sit down if I'm gonna do it for a couple hours. So if I'm just trying to get a quick game in, I don't play that. I play some like basketball, stuff like that. But yeah, I still play it. I still like it. I'm gonna finish it. Just don't know when. I'm gonna finish it, and I'm excited about Mass Effect. So I mean, if the game has to be good enough, it has to fit what I say is good enough, not just traditionally good enough. It has to keep my attention. And so there's certain things that has to do that: story, art, visuals, and sound. All has to be there for me to continue to play it.
Right.
So yeah.
Like I said,
good,
I think they saying that the game is, well, when I was listening to the review, I think he said it took him 40 hours to beat it. And that kind of stood out to me because, of course, coming from who made it, I just didn't think the game would be that lengthy. And like you said, when they kind of was talking about is more in line with a Witcher than a Uncharted or Last of Us. That kind of shocked me too. I was like, because I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be like a Tomb Raider meets The Last of Us meets Uncharted meets a new world of robots and dinosaur robots, like some twist on that tech. But to say it's more like Witcher, I was like, wow, it kind of perked my ears up. And then I saw the 9.3s and the 9.2s and the 8.9s and all these high scores, and I don't typically go off reviews, but even in that, I was like, wow, this might be worth getting. And it's coming out around the same time the Switch. And I know I want that second game for the Switch, but that I am a little selfish with my game, and I might I'm gonna get that Horizon, man, because I want to play that. And that's actually the game make me think about Mr. L Live 08, man, because that was the last game he really wanted to play was Horizon Zero Dawn, man. That brother wanted to play that game bad. So just in memory of him, I might get it, you know what I'm saying? And play it like, in thought, thinking about how he would have enjoyed it. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna get it. I think they convinced me that it ain't no day one purchase for me, but it shall be purchased at some point down the line here.
So I got something that may that may surprise you. I'm actually probably not get it.
What, Horizon?
Yeah.
Somebody finna ask a challenging question. Now I've seen them retract, and I wonder what they finna ask. They finna say which one. Who do you think gonna win? I bet you that's what they finna say. But go ahead.
Well, the reason why I say that is that I can only play so many open world games, because like we said before, I don't like long games, and that this is coming right next to Mass Effect. So when
does Mass Effect come out?
March.
Is it 30th?
I'm okay. So let's do this. Okay. You bring up a good point, K-Bun. So these are some long games, so you can't. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to buy Horizon Zero Dawn and have a game like Zelda at the exact same. Them some long involved games.
Yeah, bro.
So okay, I'm gonna do this because Dale Bird won already starting it, so I might as well just flow with him. You bring when does Mass Effect come out, K-Bun?
It's like March 20 something, I believe.
So Mass Effect come out March 20th. Horizon come out, I think, March 8th, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think Horizon come out
February
28th or something. February 28th. Come out next week, I believe.
I'll come out the top of next. Yeah, you're right. So February 28th, Zelda 3rd, Mass Effect the 20. What? Mass Effect is what?
I'm looking it up right now. I think like the 20.
Shoot, these all 40 to 30. These all 20 to 40 hour, and Zelda probably more than that lengthy games, man.
Yep.
If I gotta pick one, I'm gonna tell you right now. You already know, but I'm getting. If it was between the three, I'm getting Zelda. Like I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn, and I tried to play Mass Effect, and I want to give it another shot. I don't think I gave it a fair shake the last time I played it, but Horizon Zero Dawn has my intrigue. I want to play that game. I like how it look. Like I said, it kind of got a sentimental value because that was the last game me and Mr. L Live golfed over when before he passed away. But that Breath of the Wild, bro. Like, I don't know what type of Nintendo hoodoo they put on that, but Jesus, man. I just can't, dude. Keith, I can't stop watching. I be trying not to watch stuff on it. I try not to watch it, but I cannot stop. Like, dude, I want to know, like, where is it fitting the timeline? I'm sitting up here hitting, not Terminator Juice. I was going to say Terminator Juice. But Triforce Johnson up, question what you think this and what you think that, because, I just want to know more about this freaking game. Like, next week, dude, I'm playing. My wife looking at me. She be looking at me like I'm crazy. But dude, I plan on taking off Friday, bro. Like, and it's just gonna be Zelda Mania for like the first 5-6 hours of the day. Like, that's all I want to play is a Zelda game, man. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Zelda it's just something about that freaking game that just even talking about it got chills going on my back. Like, I wish I could just disappear and beam me up, Scotty, to next Friday and be playing it. So
I want to say something. So one of your questions was on your video was, what is your next game going to be? And honestly, when I get my Switch after Zelda, I don't have a next game. It is going to be Mass Effect. Because I already got it pre-ordered. But and I was going, dang it, I ran into a tank. But yeah,
I told you.
Never mind, I can't even concentrate. But yeah, it's gonna be after Zelda, man. It's gonna be Mass Effect, and then I look and see what Nintendo doing. Hopefully by then they have some more stuff that we can talk about.
I said it doesn't have to be a day one game. It could be anything that's released between March and April. So I don't think I'm gonna get. Honestly, I don't think unless I might. The only second game I might get on the Switch. Let me not say it because I want to see what people gonna say first, and then if they persuade me. But I think it depends on what the racing game, the cost, and if it is a day one download. But I want to see what people say because they might convince me to get 1-2 Switch, or they might convince me to get something else. I don't know yet because outside of Zelda, I don't really care right now. Like Zelda is all I want to play, like literally. But Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely going to be added to my catalog. Go ahead, K-Bon. I'm pretty sure you got something to say.
Yeah, I did want to say. So I don't know if you guys actually paid attention, but Mass Effect. Keith, you've probably paid attention, but Mass Effect hasn't really leaked information until about a week ago. I don't know if you guys really been paying attention. They've been playing it very close to the chest.
Now, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Is that a sign of confidence or a sign of concern?
You should be concerned.
I'm gonna say no. Focus. I'm gonna say no. I'm just looking at the game now, seeing what it looks like. It looks, and they said this game has been in development for 5 years. So I'm not gonna just say I should be concerned because this game they just released information out like now. I don't know if it's a different marketing strategy that they're doing with Mass Effect. I know I can't. I just watched a bunch of videos today about Mass Effect. There's a video they released last week about Mass Effect where they were talking about the powers, and they finally they're not tailor you into just using one style of fighting. You know, if you play Mass Effect, you know there's like 6 different kind of it's 3 different kind of styles you can do, but you can mix and match those 3 styles to create 9 different styles. But once you pick that one style, you were kind of stuck with it the entire game. Now they're allowing you to add in whatever type you want to play. So you can flip on the fly. So you can go from being a biotic to going to being a full soldier to being a tech, all in a matter of seconds. So that's something brand new. So you know, I'm not saying that it's bad that they played it this close to the chest. This is kind of similar to what Levelhead's talking about the Switch. Is 2 months enough to convince people to buy Mass Effect Andromeda? Because they have not really leaked, except for the information that was leaked. There's probably more leaked information out there from Mass Effect than true information. That's just how close to the chest they've been playing it. But that's what
I think, like you said, I think you answered your question. Mass Effect has enough brand and IP recognition that they might be able to get away with saying, "Hey, this is new Mass Effect, is dropping next week," and actually people gonna go out in droves and get it. But you know, a game like Quantum Break wouldn't have been able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I doubt Horizon Zero Dawn would have been able to do that. Like Horizon Zero Dawn literally had to keep showing you because there's no familiarity with it. And it's coming from a developer who the last game they put out was a dud. You know, it was a beautiful.
It was okay.
It was a dud, K-Bub. It was a dud, man.
It was average.
It was knack. It was a knack.
Oh, dude, no, it was not knack.
It was a first-person shooter knack, man. It was garbage. No, man. I'm going off what people said. I heard no one praise this game, man. You only said it was all right. You said it's all right.
I did hear praise from this game. I did hear praise from the game, but I heard that if you like the other kill zones, this is not too far from that. And the other kill zones were not knacks. They were average.
Okay, I'll backtrack on the knacks, but I didn't hear a lot of praise for the game. Matter of fact, didn't it get like a 5 out of like a low 5 or 4?
No, I think they were around 6, 7.
6 or 7?
Yeah, I think they were about 6, 7, I believe.
Game is trash.
I'm just saying, man, you know, like I had no faith in the company making it. And when I found out that they were responsible for it, I like, oh man, I don't know. It kind of just
the Metacritic is 73%, if that helps you.
What's that on Horizon?
No, Killzone. 73%. Oh, okay. Like I said, it was average. It was decent. It was okay. It wasn't
I give it to you. I think people think Killzone was trash, man. Guerrilla shouldn't go back to that. Just leave it alone and do it right.
Knack was 54%.
Wait a minute, hold on. Who is this? Sergeant No Rider said Killzone equals trash. Guerrilla shouldn't go back to that. Just leave it alone and do Horizon.
Whatever, man. It's decent. Decent.
Oh my God. It's a knack, man. I should coin that. It's a knack. Real talk. It's a knack, man. But no. Yeah, man. Actually, I played a demo of Killzone on the PlayStation 3. I think it was Killzone I want to say 3. Oh, okay. Wasn't it 3 Killzones on the PlayStation 3?
I think Killzone 3 was on there. I believe Killzone.
Yeah, I played
Shadowfall
3.
Was 4. Yeah,
it's really sluggish and heavy, ain't it? If I'm not mistaken,
it feels like you're controlling a tank,
like you're controlling a mech.
Yep, that's how it feels.
And it's like, man, I don't know.
Now that game was beautiful. I'm saying, like,
it looked beautiful. It looked good.
I could not play Killzone because it gave me motion sickness. Like that's one of the reasons why I never played Killzones, because every time I tried to play Killzone, I always got motion sickness.
What
so
about it?
I don't know how good or bad the game is.
Hold up,
I always got motion sickness.
If you ain't played Killzone yet, slap yourself. You don't want to play no Killzone. Nigga said I still want to play Killzone though. Like that game. How old is that game? It came out what? 13, didn't it? Neil, you don't want to play no Killzone. Stop it, Neil. Stop it. Go ahead, K-Ball.
No, I was dumb. I was just saying I couldn't play it because not because I didn't want to. Actually, I played Killzone 2. I played 3, and then I played the demo for Shadowfall. But every time I got motion sickness, man. I'm not gonna fight through this tank game. This game is a tank. This game is not fluid. And plus you give me motion sickness, I'm not gonna keep playing it. So that's why I've never played through
them. I mean, I always thought it looked good, but man, it plays super heavy and sluggish, man. I guess, and I ain't no first person shooting fan anyway, but I just want to try it out. I'm willing to give stuff a try. I was like, man, I don't know how anybody can have fun playing this slow game. This is too slow. So, but nah, man, I'm like Nia. I almost bought Killzone Shadowfall for the PlayStation 4. I mean, I found it for like $9. I was like, oh, that's worth getting it for, and I still didn't get it because it's a knack, and I refuse to get that too.
Man, you gotta quit with that. It's a knack stuff.
It's a knack, man. But you know what though? I'm gonna be honest. Levelhead is gonna be honest for like a second. I actually did enjoy the demo of Knack a little bit.
Don't do that.
Yes, I did. Hey, let me be honest, man.
You know, all respect, bruh.
I know I am, but I'm just for a second. It had some elements. I like beat 'em ups. It was a little fun. It was just too simplistic to give a pass. It was a Knack, but it has some elements to it that I would typically enjoy. Had it been more fleshed out.
Comment is a knack. This comment right now is a knack.
It's a knack, though, man. It's a knack. It's a knack, man. I think I should copyright that. It's a knack, man.
You better slap yourself, man.
But no, I did. When I first played it, and I was running through the turn up cars and stuff, it was looking decent, and he break off into the little balls and come back, and I was like, oh, this ain't too bad. But then I kept playing like, man, this is redundant as I don't know what. It's a knack. I don't want to play it no more. But anyway, so I don't have anything else to talk about, folks. I think we have said what we needed to say. What is Lurking Ghoul saying? I'm gonna be the Smoking Joe Fraser of Orms. Nintendo Switch Conference. Joe Fraser and I all have the same birthday, January 12th.
That's funny.
The Smoking Joe Fraser Orange. We'll see, Lurking Ghoul. We will see. That knack sucks. This is
Killzone don't suck, man.
Killzone suck too. It's a knack, K-Ball. If knack sucks, then Killzone suck too, man. It's a knack. I'm a Nintendo fan. I know what a good platform plays like. It's a knack. It's a video game hurt. Hey, man, I want to see the funniest thing y'all can say in this comment section before we get out of here. Make sure y'all go over to my last video and let me know what game I should get as my second game, or if there is another game on another system that you think I should get that instead, let me know. Anyway, and make sure you go over to fulleffectgaming.com. Check out what John Shaw doing over there, and every now and again I post what I got to say up over there as well. Check him out too. Because we about to get out of here. I'm just seeing what else going to be said in this comment section. And also, I am going to bring my brother back on again. Yes, the Elite Gamer will be back on the Levelhead's channel, man. I enjoyed that conversation.
Was it really that
Killzone
serious?
was decent. K-Bum 20. Man, we don't want to read what you got to say in the comment section. And you on here too. Get I am Sansuna or Horizon. Okay, Nia, I might have to look into that. I don't try Knack. I didn't try Knack, but I played Killzone. Couldn't finish it. I think that's what he meant to say.
Hey, where you ever reading these?
Everybody said it's a Knack, K-Bum.
Whatever, man. You up and reading these comments like you third grade English class, man.
No, I read it wrong.
Luke and Ghoul, you've been saying them.
I said lurking ghoul, right? Ain't that what it is? Lurking ghoul?
Oh man.
Couldn't finish it. Lurking ghoul. K-Bum 20 is a Knack. Delbird 1. He was a trip. Lurking ghoul. It's a Knack. The video game hurt. I think we're gonna have to make that into a one of our alerts on my pad. Y'all tripping.
Hey, wait. You did
stay out the comment section, K-Bum. I'm reading this and then I'm saying your name, not knowing this is you.
Y'all not excited about Knack too?
Man, nobody ain't trying to. I don't think PlayStation, Sony ain't even excited about Knack 2. Talking about that was the closest to a CGI we ever seen in a game. Would y'all stop it? Stop it, Sony. Stop lying to your fan base. Stop lying to yourselves. That was not the closest thing to Toy Story that we've ever seen. Lying. Say my name. Say my name. K-Bum 20.
Thank you.
All right, man. I think we have exhausted. Put it a Knack on. How you say that? Put it's a Knack on the soundboard. Oh, put it's a Knack on the soundboard.
Dang, boy, I told you.
I couldn't see how I was reading it wrong, man.
Dang.
Put it's a Knack on the soundboard. I was reading too fast, bro.
Jeez.
Man, stop crowding me, man. I can read, bro.
Your reading is a knack.
Get out of the chat. Delbird 1.
You telling me to get out the chat? Whatever.
Anyway, we're about to get out of here, folks. Go ahead and sign out, Keith.
Man, it was good. Sorry, I was distracted. As Neville already said, Batman is kind of hectic. But next time I'm gonna do better, I promise. But it was a good chat. And Knack 2, y'all. Knack 2. It's coming.
That's the game I want Nintendo to try to buy from Sony is Knack. I think
no.
Better. What y'all think? Do you think Nintendo will do a better job with Knack than Sony did? I think Knack and Sonic should come to Nintendo. And Mega Man. I didn't buy that crap. Yeah, you did. Stop lying, K-Bum. You got Knack. That's your pride. That's the game you show everybody when they come home. Check out the PlayStation 4.
Hey. Stop that. Tripping.
Don't be saying my reading is a Knack video game. Her laugh out loud at your reading is a Knack. You know what? Just because I stumbled on it's, I didn't say it right, don't mean I can read, bro. Anyway, Delbird 1, yes, Levelhead can read. Thank you, Delbird. I don't think you were saying it to me, but
that's not what he was saying.
Well, I choose to look at it like he was telling me I can read. I feel so.
Well, let me sign off, man. So I get out
Go ahead, man.
Jeez. Yeah, man. This is K-Bomb 20, man. Hey, man, y'all kept this chat lit today, man. That's dope, man, for sure. Yeah, man. K-Bomb 20, man. I enjoyed myself today. It's good fun time. Thank you for allowing me to eat my Chinese food during the podcast. Because the brother was hungry up in here. But yeah, man. Until next time, man. For sure. That was dope. Have fun.
All right. Yeah, man. This is your boy Levelhead. Enjoying myself with the Keith and K-Bomb 20 and all you guys in the comment section. Level plays Nintendo. It's obvious he can read. Thank you. Who is this? Rowdy Rough Kong? Is that how you say it? Yes, I can read. Anyway, K-Bum is a Knack. It's no secret. Anyway, till next time, folks. Deuces.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.